Another beautiful day on the corner of Barristo and Sunrise Road. We welcome you back here for another edition of the Palm Springs Power Baseball here on YouTube. Welcome on into the press box, everybody. I'm Stephen Buxton. That's Ethan Oliveris. And Ethan, it's about as crazy of a start to the season as you could possibly get for the Power. We're coming back after a weekend against the Utah Yaks where it was 2 walk-off wins. You were on the call for the one. I was on the call for opening day. It's about as much fun as you can have. And right now, they're going to take on the Alameda Merchants. It's a team they haven't faced before, but, I mean, what have you seen so far? We've seen a little bit of everything, some solid pitching, and the offense has taken the cake.
Yeah, exactly. The offense has done exactly what it needs to do, but I think one thing that Power need to start figuring out here is consistently put it through all 9. We've seen them score earlier in both of those 2 games against the Utah Yaks, but then it just went kind of blank for about 4 or 5 innings in the middle, and then 7, 8, 9 comes around, and all of a sudden Power start hitting the ball all over the yard and over the yard as well. So I think putting together a solid all 9 innings and be able to play consistent throughout the whole game.
It's been late inning heroics for the Power, and again, he said it, the middle innings have really not necessarily been a struggle, but they have not been perfect. There's been some defensive miscues. The pitching has gotten in and out of jams, but again, all that matters, they're 2-0, and again, 2 walk-off wins. It's about as cool as you can start a season. Dating back to that CPCL championship, 3 walk-off wins in a row, but right now they're sending out a new guy on the mound, Caleb Ortiz. He played his last season at College of the Desert, and he's looking for a 4-year home, but he had a great last 2 seasons, 2-time all-conference pitcher, and this past season had an ERA under 2.
Yeah, and you're looking for length. We mentioned our pregame show. We're looking for length out of him, or we're looking for innings. Limit the walks. You touched a little bit on the defense. This Power pitchers have been able to put the offense to put the ball in play to their defense. Now it's up to the defense to go ahead and make those strong plays to back up their pitchers.
It's a season of themes, the walk-offs so far, the new cast of characters. We're going to see some more of them today. A lot of new guys in town this past weekend, and we can't wait for another game here at Palm Springs Stadium. Game 3 coming up just in a couple minutes.
Batting 6, the shortstop, number 24, Adam Axel. Batting 7.
It's a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella.
And we are back. First inning coming up, and we just can't wait to get this started. Welcome back into the press box. Ethan Oliveris. I'm Stephen Buxton, and again, it's the Merchants coming into town. This is their opening day, and it's a roster with a lot of talent all over. There's a couple guys from Pepperdine. There's a lot of Division I guys all over this roster, really. Pepperdine, Long Island, Charleston Southern. It's a talented roster from top to bottom, and after what the Utah Yaks came in and did to the Power, they pushed them to the brink day in and day out. It should be a pretty similar test here. And Ethan, last year, the Power came out and just rolled over everyone for the start of the season. Right now, it's been really tight to start off.
But you're looking to continue that forward, Steven. You talked about Caleb Ortiz, him starting at College of the Desert. He had 14 appearances, 7 of those games started. He had a under 2 ERA, a guy that can go ahead and get the strikeout, doesn't walk a lot of guys well, so that's something to hopefully hold down this high-powered offense for the Merchants.
Yeah, so a couple tight ball games down, and you're sending a guy out that Casey and really this entire staff love to see out there, Caleb Ortiz, so he should keep this a close one, and at bare minimum, the offense has done more than enough for any pitcher so far. So first pitch coming up, and we've got Kai Laxa starting things off for the Merchants. Warm-up pitch is getting thrown down to second, and we are just about ready to go here in Palm Springs. A beautiful night here after what was a gorgeous opening weekend. For the Merchants, it's Kai Laxa, Nico Rodriguez, Gio Martini, the first 3 due up, and right now the big righty Laxa steps in, and Ortiz gets a sign, and we are off. First pitch up the middle, and a single leads it off for the Merchants.
And we mentioned this high-powered offense for the Merchants. They could really get the job done. You see there from Laxa, he's first pitch hack in his 1 year at Pepperdine. He batted .300 with 11 doubles. So, and we'll see here. He only stole a few bases in that season last year for Pepperdine. So, not sure if we're going to see him on the move.
So, a guy from San Francisco turns it over to a guy just down the bay. Out of San Jose, California, Nico Rodriguez out of Washington coming up, a lefty with a runner on and nobody out. First pitch, a looping curveball that misses the zone, ball 1.
That's expected. What we're supposed to see from Ortiz is attack the zone, and that's exactly what you want right there. Laxa just found one right up the middle.
Apologies, Rodriguez actually from Wichita State. And he takes ball 2 outside. Ortiz, the right guy, if you're looking at a early season, kind of the whole situation with managing pitchers and getting through innings and just finding guys who are going to be able to fill these innings as Owen Michelson checks down to first, and they're not going to get him there. But with Ortiz, he's the type of guy that when there's so much pitching uncertainty, he's the guy you want to go to. Again, you mentioned that he doesn't walk anyone. He's a guy who can throw bulk innings, and really every time they need him at College of the Desert, runner going, but that one's fouled off. It's 2-2. Every time that they turned to him at College of the Desert, it was just a sense of calm, and he's one of those guys you pretty much know you can copy and paste his stat line every single time out there, and it's going to be a good one.
And we're hoping this power offense can back Ortiz up like they did at College of the Desert. Ortiz was 7-0 in the win-loss department.
And he'd love to add another one here. 2-2 pitch, nobody out, and he's going to check down to first.
You mentioned Ortiz trying to get that length, someone that you can rely on because the power pitching has already used 7 guys in those first 2 games, so looking to limit that here today.
2-2 pitch outside, and it's a full count. Defensively for the Power around the horn, Richards, Axtell, Bianchina, and Jasso in the infield. In the outfield from left to right, Amari Conley, John Artis, and Matthew McCate from left to right. Behind the plate, Owen Michelson, and that one shot out into the gap. That's going to get down for a hit. Going first to third is Kyle Axa, and he'll be safe there. Back-to-back singles get us started in the first. 2 on, nobody out, and now it's Gio Martini.
Yeah, and that time right there, Ortiz got all the way to 3-2, so Rodriguez is expecting something. Obviously, Ortiz just gave up the single to Laxa, and you don't want to walk Rodriguez and set up first and second, so Rodriguez got a good pitch to swing at and hit it the other way.
Now it's Gio Martini out of Cal State East Bay, grew up in Brentwood, California. He's a junior over there. He's got runners on the corners and Ortiz in an early jam. Ground ball, that's going to get through into the outfield, and the Merchants jumping up on top in the first. 3 straight singles make it 1-0.
Yeah, we mentioned high-power offense. Maybe we didn't think this high-powered and early hacking here. We saw Laxa, first pitch single, and this time Martini. All he needs is one pitch as well to single through that right side as second baseman Beyond Kaina over there at second base was in the double play depth, so that right side hole was a massive one, and Martini found it.
Now back to another righty. It's Kyle Sander, their right fielder today. Swings at the first pitch, pokes it foul behind home plate. That's going to go off the netting, and a little bit of a pause as the on-deck batter grabs it. 0-1. Rest of the Merchants lined up. Angelo Luna batting 5th, Trey Johnson, Fabian Gomez, Benji O'Rourke, 6 through 8, and rounding out the bottom is Zach Lewis. Breaking ball down to the corner, steps on third, throw across, and they'll get 2 there. A nice play from Richards and Jasso, and a twin killing gets Caleb Ortiz just that much closer to preventing further damage.
Great job there. That was the best possible outcome that Ortiz could get there. And after getting in a little bit of trouble and already allowing one run across, great job by Ortiz to settle back in, make the pitch. And there it is again, making hitters put the ball in play and trusting your defense.
Moves it on to Angelo Luna, who takes a big hack over a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. So far, the verdict's out, though. These Merchants are going after pretty much everything Ortiz has thrown through the first 5 batters. A swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. That aggression, Ortiz might be able to play into it here, though. Could get out of the jam and leave it at just 1 tin soldier for the Merchants.
See if Ortiz can go ahead and get a K here, as Luna's going to try to find this ball in the outfield for RBI.
Off the end of the bat, that's going to go foul towards our concession stand. It'll stay 0-2. But you mentioned the low walk numbers. You mentioned the amount of strikes he throws. He's just thrown 3 balls so far. The only issue, there's been 4 balls put in play.
Now that's what's going to happen with you find a pitcher like Ortiz that finds his own a lot of the time, is these hitters, especially good hitters like the Merchants, are going to find ways to put him in play.
He's got an 0-2 count here. That one floats just out of the zone. It's 1-2. So 1-2, 2 outs, runner on second. Gio Martini after the RBI single to bring in Kyle Axa. Angelo Luna trying to drive him in. 0-2, he goes fishing downstairs. Drop third strike. Throws it down to Jasso, and we're through the top of the first in Palm Springs. It's 1-0.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyric. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
Maggie Lily is the cool place to be.
Alright, you're on.
One to nothing. Power trailing the Merchants here in Palm Springs. Stephen Buxton, Ethan Oliveras joining you here in Palm Springs. Power sending Owen Michelson, Matthew McCarty, and Caden Richards up to the plate against a big right-hander for the Merchants, Jaden Bitter. And Ethan, so far so good for the Merchants. They're just attacking Caleb Ortiz.
Yeah, and you're hoping here that on the other end for the Power, their offense can go and get one back for themselves. Like I mentioned in our introduction here, that Power have scored early in this game. It's really been the middle innings where they can't get any runs across. And then today for the Power, leading off is going to be Michelson, who's going to get the bump up to that number 1 spot. He's had a hit in both of the games so far, double-digit hits in Game 2 against the Yaks. So, and behind him is going to be Makade. Nice, speedy guy, great bat-to-ball skills. Hopefully, you know, if Michelson gets on, Makade can handle that bat well. We know Casey Dill likes to play some small ball, whether if it's a bunt for Makade or Makade just to do a job to move a runner over. And behind him is going to be Caden Richards, who's already has 2 home runs on the season. So that's a big bat. And in the cleanup spot, Junie Rodriguez, who we also talked about in our pregame show. So you have some guys in the 3-4 spot that can deliver that power and have runs batted in. So it's really going to be up to Michelson and McCarty to get on base before them.
Yeah, Michelson's been hot so far. He went 2 for 3 off the bench on Saturday. He had a double in that game, but they're going up against what is probably their toughest test so far, just as far as a sheer arm perspective. On the mound, Jaden Bitter spent some time at Ball State, spent some time at Gardner-Webb. And at Ball State had 18 innings 2 years ago. So Bitter kicks and fires, and the first pitch ripped out of the zone, and not even close there.
Maybe just Bitter, maybe a little too excited here as it's the Merchants open day here at Palm Springs Stadium, as that one was yanked way outside.
So after a pitch slips out of the hand, 1-0, gets right down Main Street, and it's 1-1 for Michelson. After Michelson, it's Makate, then Caden Richards. Junie Rodriguez will clean it up. Alex Jasso, Adam Axtell, John Artis, 5 through 7, and then Amari Conley and AJ Benakia, the new man in town, is going to round out the lineup for the Power. 1 and 2 now after Michelson sends it out of play. Again, we've mentioned how throughout the season you'll see teams, and that one's put in play down to the right side. A diving stop at second, throw down to first, gets away from Angelo Luna. They're going to try and get him at second, and Michelson cut down, trying to be too aggressive there. A great job by Benji O'Rourke backing up that play.
Yeah, and that was great piece of hitting from Michelson with 2 strikes, just trying to put the ball the other way. But that was Nico Rodriguez there, the second baseman for the Merchants, that made that diving stop there. And it looks like Michelson's going to be safe on that call there. The umpire first issued an out call, but...
So it looks like Kai Laxa might have dropped the ball. So E4 starts the day for the Power. Now it's Matthew McCate with the runner in scoring position. Trying to get that run in the first right back. And the first pitch, a fastball, gets the outer half. It's 0-1.
And we saw, you know, we've been talking about the Power making some errors. We saw the Yaks as well in that 2-game series. They made some errors as well. And both teams really just made each other pay for the errors here. And so we're hoping here that the Power can do that here early.
McCate fouls it off. It's 0-2 now.
Ever since Bitter's first pitch, wide right, we've seen him really settle back in, and that ball is coming off some heat off his hand right now.
0-2, Makate got his first hit of the season on Saturday, 1 for 2 off the bench, had an RBI single. And look out, one comes up and in on him. He gets out of the way. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's never a good feeling as a hitter, even if it doesn't clip you. When one of those comes in high and tight, kind of, rattles you a little bit in that bat. So hopefully Makate can stay strong here, do a job, and you really look for him to pull one to the right side to move over Michelson.
There is a big gap on the right between the infielders and outfield. There's all sorts of room for him. Makate pokes one up in there in shallow left field. Charging in Gio Martini. He'll take it himself. And we've got one out.
Yeah, that's not what Makate wanted to do there. You mentioned that big old gap through that 5-6 hole as Laxa, the shortstop, was covering Michelson at second base. Maybe Makate trying to shoot one through that gap, but just gets underneath it. And great job by Bitter to collect out the first out of the inning.
Defense moving around. Now it's Caden Richards, and he's had a hot start so far. Not a ton of hits, but 2 of them going over the fence. 1 for 3, had a 2-run bomb on Saturday. And he watches a curveball fall into the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, Richards tied for the team leader in RBIs with 4, and all 4 of those RBIs coming from the long ball.
Had a big home run in the first game to put the power on the board. It was the first run of the season, and right now he's down 0-2 after a huge hack. That looked like a changeup. Catcher's going to pop up, say a couple words to Bitters on the mound, but right now our umpire having a quick discussion with him. I'm not sure if it's he doesn't like the baseball or what it is exactly, and yeah, that might be what it is. And the new guy on the block, Derek Thompson Jr., handing over a couple extra pearls to our home plate umpire. We'll get more into the guys who are coming in. Derek Thompson, he's played here before, and AJ Bianchina and a few others as well. Caleb Ortiz, the main one in this game, though, as the starting pitcher. But right now the focus on Caden Richards. 0-2, 1 out, a runner on second base. Down 1 to the Alameda Merchants.
Richards loves to go to that right side. Hopefully here, looking, there's that big gap towards the right side. Hopefully Richards can shoot one that way.
Bitters fires a fastball well out of the zone, and so far, Ethan, it looks like when he's missing, it's to that glove side.
Yeah, he's really starting to yank it, hold on to that fastball too long. His release point is way too out in front, and I'm sure he feels it. But when it's on target and in for a strike, these power hitters have been way behind it.
Check down to second. They're going to get Michelson just to take a couple steps back. He did not have a big lead, though.
But Bitter, with the speed of his fastball, if he can really start commanding it in for a strike and really flip in, get the hitters trying to get out in front and hit it, mix in a curveball or so.
Cranked into left center field. That's going to get down and roll. That's going to score Michelson easily, and Richards trots into second with an RBI double.
That's a great job there. Bitter decides to go with the fastball one more time, and Richards has seen it too many times, and like I mentioned, get out in front on that fastball, hands inside, let the bat do the talking. That's exactly what happens there. And that's exactly why they moved Richards down to that 3 spot, hoping Michelson or Makate can get on base because they know that Richards is that run producer.
Now it's Junior Rodriguez. He's been hot so far. Multi-hit games in both contests so far. 2 for 4 on Saturday. He's the designated hitter today. He's got a runner on second, and that early error for the Merchants already looming large. It's 1-1 in Palm Springs, and Rodriguez watches ball 1 outside.
Yeah, Power have done a great job of making opponents pay for their errors. Obviously, the only opponent they've played so far is the Yaks, where they committed a couple of those themselves, and that's really what hurt the Yaks during that series. So if the Merchants can kind of stay out of that and don't shoot themselves in the foot, they'll have a good chance here tonight against the Power.
And I'll stand corrected. He only had 1 hit on opening day, but Junior Rodriguez getting on multiple times in each game. A .500 on base percentage through 2. And he's got a 2-0 count. That one down in the dirt. We'll see if he has the green light here. 3-0.
Yeah, Rodriguez really gets his swings off. We've seen Rodriguez take a couple of big hacks against the Yaks, and hopefully here with the 3-0, we'll see if, like you mentioned, if he has that 3-0 green light.
Alex Jasso going to step up after Junior Rodriguez watches ball 4, not even close. So runners on first and second for the 5th hitter for the Power.
It's going to bring up Jasso, who was in the Power's last game, the walk-off hero. And this spot, not as high leverage, you could say, even though there is runners on first and second. But at this point of the game, instead of the 10th in extra innings, it's here in the bottom half of the first.
Jasso's been a good get so far, and he's making his coach look really good right now. Him and Cam Vollmer coming over from Whittier, and you can't ask for much more. You're replacing a borderline franchise legend in Sam DiMatteo. Cam Vollmer is, and right now he's got the offense humming. Alex Jasso is second on average in the team, and everything working for the Power so far. Inside for ball 2.
You got two guys from Whittier College, as Jasso is from Whittier, and so is Matt McCauday. And they also used to be a foe in the SCIAC Conference, in Tyler Barzis, who's not in the starting lineup today for the Power as well.
2-0 pitch well outside, and apologies, that was the 1-1. So it's 2-1, but that ball gets all the way to the backstop, and frankly, the Merchants just lucky the Power weren't running harder. Now there's runners on second and third, but depending on who you had running the bases, there was a chance that you could have asked Caden Richards to try and score there.
Yeah, that one kicked straight off the back and almost rolled halfway down, I would say, towards that first base line. And oftentimes as a runner, you think pass ball, I'm just going to slow up and cruise into the base. But like you mentioned, maybe if you take a peek at that one and see where that ball kicks away, you turn on the burners there, it'd be a race to the plate.
So double play not an option anymore. 2-1 pitch. Up and in, but they get the call. It's 2-2.
Yeah, Jasso did not like that one. He turned and looked at home plate umpire right away, gave him a look. Usually that look from a hitter is not a good sign.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. 1-1 game. Power trying to make it a long first inning. Brushes him back, and Jasso was trying to say that hit him, but our home plate umpire sends him right back to the box. It's 3-2.
Any way possible, trying to get on base. It doesn't matter. We heard Jasso say as well in the post-game interview after his walk-off win, just trying to help the team any way possible. And even in the first inning, trying to find any way on.
And he's done that at Whittier. He got hit 12 times this past season, part of what gave him such a high on-base percentage, well over 400. Payoff pitch. Jasso on the ground to third. They're going to look down to home, stop the runner there, and get Jasso at first. A nice play by Zach Lewis at the hot corner.
Yeah, Merchants defense was playing back. Corners were a little bit creeped in there, so anywhere hit towards the middle infield, a run would have scored. But right there, maybe on contact, if Richards would have broke right away, he might have been able to, it would have been a foot race for the ball, but it would have been a tough play for Lewis there at third base as he was moving to his left to flip his hips and make a strong enough throw.
Now it's Adam Axtell, the big lefty out of Cal State LA. First pitch up and away, and a good snag by Benji O'Rourke. Here's the defense for the Merchants. O'Rourke behind the plate, Loxa and Rodriguez up the middle, Lewis and Luna on the corners at third and first. And then from left to right on your radio dial, Gio Martini, Trey Johnson, and Kyle Sander in the outfield. 1-0 pitch, and he gets the call at the bottom of the zone. It's 1-1.
If Bitter can start landing that fastball for more strikes, like I said, but in that particular spot there at the bottom of the zone, you land that fastball and you mix in a changeup, then you can really start, trailing your pitches, dip in that changeup now and then, hopefully get some chases from the power if you're Bitter.
Axtell ahead 2-1, and on the season, a hit in each game. Batting a clean .250, got on base 40% of the time so far. He does have a double and an RBI. 2-1. Outside and a 3-1 count.
Well, Steven, you were talking about hit by pitches with Jasso. Axtell's already got hit by a pitch 2 times this season.
He's in a hitter's count here. He's looking for anything close.
It's the one where you want to get your A swing off.
And he'll watch ball 4. Only movement that bat's getting is just getting tossed back to his own dugout, and that'll keep the long inning going for John Artis, who has had a pretty solid start to this season. Going to attend Western Oregon this next year. He's coming out of COD this past season. Has a hit, but really has made his impact defensively. He's played center field mostly, and he's a really good athlete. He's a guy that Casey trusts out there, and he's taken really good at-bats. He puts the ball in play more often than not, and when you're on a Casey Dill-led squad, that's what's important. It's putting the ball in play. It's stressing that defense, and Artis has been able to do that, even if it doesn't really result in that hits column.
Yeah, and so far, like you said, not resulting. Just that 125 average from Artis, and here's a high-leverage spot here for him to get the job done with the bases juiced. And if you're the power, you can not only score 1 run the way that Bitter has been walking.
First pitch upstairs, and Benji O'Rourke popping out of his stance for that one. It's ball 1. Power looking for anything that's going to touch outfield grass. The Merchants just praying for a ground ball here. A big inning would be crucial for this offense that's had a couple slow starts lately. On the ground to the left, and that's out of play.
Yeah, for Artis there, that one an inside pitch. And try to take it that way, just a little bit too out in front as that one's headed way down left field line there.
Amari Conley, the 8th batter on deck. Then A.J. Bianchina out of Pepperdine waiting for his turn.
For Artis here, want to stay patient. Don't help Bitter out. Has been struggling to find that zone, and there it is, trying to land that off-speed in for a strike. And if you're these power hitters right now, and Artis in particular, you can eliminate the off-speed right now. You're really looking for that one pitch, and Bitter has a high leverage fastball on him so far of what we've seen. So really make sure you get out in front, get the hands inside.
2-1 pitch. Artis watches a curveball fall out of the sky. It's 2-2.
And just as I say that, you can eliminate one pitch. Bitter decides to flip in a curveball in there for a strike. But if you're Artis, great job to not swing at that one. Now you battle here with 2-2, and now you got to protect, obviously, with anything close.
Bitter 1 strike away here. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He buried the curveball and got out of the jam. A couple Ks get each pitcher to limit the damage. 1 apiece going to the second. We'll be right back here in Palm Springs.
It's a family setting, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Couple of squandered opportunities for each team. Both sides starting pitchers able to get out of jams and strand a couple runners. And really the bigger advantage for the Merchants being able to squander what was looking to be a big first inning for the Power. They had the bases loaded and one out, and Bitter's able to get that strikeout to get out of the jam, strand the bases loaded, and just leave it at 1 run for the Power. They sent 7 to the plate, but it's tied at 1 here in the second. Trey Johnson leading things off against Caleb Ortiz, who fires in on off speed that just misses the outer half of the plate. It's 1-0.
Yeah, I think that's been maybe the little frustrating part so far for the Power on the offense end. Even though they have a 2-0 record, they've had to make these great late comebacks, are, scoring with runners in scoring position.
In the air, deep to center field. That's going to land just a couple feet in front of the warning track. And a leadoff double for Trey Johnson to the deepest part of the park.
And there it is again. These Merchants not waiting around for a pitch. They're going to find theirs and give it for a drive, as that one was shot over Artis' head. He had no chance at that one, but great job to play it off the wall, so Johnson could not advance another 90 feet for a triple.
Trey Johnson starts it off. Now it's Fabian Gomez. So far, the first 3 half innings, every leadoff hitter's reach. And Gomez sends a charge into that one into right center field, but that's going to die and hang up. They're going to tag up. The throw down to third is not in time. A strong throw, though, by Makate.
Yeah, maybe there if, Makate has overrule of the whole outfield, as he's the center fielder in this one, but maybe...
Or apologies, that was John Artis in center field.
Yeah, if Artis has priority over everybody, as he is the center fielder, and if Makate right there probably has the better angle to make that throw from the right fielder, as you've seen, Artis had to flip the whole hips and still made it. That was a strong, beautiful throw, but still made it close. But maybe if you're thinking straight on, Makate had probably the better angle to throw that runner out.
Still a gamble for the defense either way, but a productive out for the Merchants, as this one's hammered down the left field line, and it's going to draw foul.
Oh, just lucky there. That ball kept tailing left and left because they had a lot of grass out there. As this Power Palm Springs Stadium, it's a big yard out there in the outfield. Outfielders have to run a long ways, and so are the foul lines, as foul territory as well.
It's a park that most of these guys are coming from, some of them from high schools, some of them from various levels of college. But this is a park that most comparably compares to Coors Field in the dimensions. The outfield's not as deep, and the gaps aren't quite as deep, but the corners are pretty much spot on, and everything else isn't too far off either. So the 0-1 pitch, it's 0-2 now after O'Rourke watches a called strike. But so far, Ethan, early swinging, just all-out aggression from these Merchants.
There's no reason to stop them now. They're having success doing it, so why not just keep it going?
And Ortiz pulls the string there, loops in a curveball, and gets strike 3, his second K of the day.
Now we talked about Ortiz is a guy that can go ahead and get the strikeout, even though he hits the zone a lot and puts the opponents in position to put the ball in the yard. But when it's needed most, as it is right here, he did exactly what he wanted to do.
Now it's Zach Lewis, the 9-hole hitter for these Merchants. He's got 2 outs, slashes that one the other way, and it's down the line, but about 5 feet foul.
That was another one. This was the same type of, this one more of a line drive than the first one that would landed foul. That was more in the air, but another one just lucky enough to be tailing that way, as this wind here in Palm Springs Stadium blows in and towards that right side. So anything really hit that way, it's, if you get a good enough wood on it, it might go for a ride. The ball might take it that way, but the wind usually knocks that one down and sends to the right side.
0-1 in the dirt. It's 1-1. A nice stop behind the plate by Michelson.
Well, that's why Caden Richards for the Power, his 2 home runs so far have been very impressive, as he's put some charges in them. Both home runs in towards opposite field and going against the wind, but maybe the wind kind of helping those balls keep carrying out of here.
1-1, and so far, 6 of the first 8 hitters have swung at the first pitch. That one a mile into there, down the right side, but it's going to go out of play. 1-2 now. 2 outs here in the top of the first. 9th hitter for the Merchants. Zach Lewis just trying to turn it over to the top of this lineup.
You're hoping Ortiz here, this You're looking for one more big pitch to get out of it, and it'd be that both sides already have had chances with runners in scoring position early in the game with less than 2 outs to score runs and not be able to do it. Obviously, the Merchants are down to their last life to do that. But Ortiz as well, you don't want this to get flipped up to the back of the order where, the most aggressive and best hitters are for the Merchants.
1-2, put in play down the left side. That's going to get past the diving glove of Axtell. An RBI single breaks the tie. It's 2-1.
It was a great job there by Lewis with 2 strikes, just shortening up. Ortiz decides to go to that off speed. Lewis was out in front, but just pulls it just enough to get it past the diving Axtell.
Back to the top of the lineup, back to Kyle Axtell, who did not see much last inning. First pitch, drove it into the outfield, and it's been that same theme for the Merchants. Almost no deep counts so far this game, and we see that same aggression here. A monster hack to start this one off.
Yeah, so far not a high pitch count for Ortiz at all. And then on top of that, Merchants have already have 5 hits on the board on 2 runs. So that will tell you the story about how aggressive this Merchants offense has been.
0-1 pitch from Ortiz. Tipped foul. It's 0-2. Ortiz, though, a young arm who's got all the talent in the world, and you saw it in what he did these past 2 years at College of the Desert as a true freshman. Had an ERA in the mid 3s. He was an all-conference pitcher. Did that again this past season, but even better, ERA right around 1.6, and he's looking for a 4-year home. That one high in the air into right field, charging in. Makate right on the line, scoops it a couple feet from the floor. And we're going to the bottom of the second. Power punching up. Amari Conley, AJ Bianchina, and Owen Michelson, the first 3 due up. We'll be right back after a break.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Thank you for calling the Sandwich Spot. Is this a sandwich emergency? It's a sandwich emergency!
Great sandwiches made with love. The Sandwich Spot. Love all, feed all. Located in downtown Palm Springs inside of the Henry Frank Arcade.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyric. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
So quickly getting the hook is Jaden Bitter. He'll just go that 1 inning. He's on the hook for the 1 power run. And now coming to the mound is Cole Airhorn. And another big body. He spent some time at San Jose State out of Brentwood, California. And it's a deep, deep, deep roster for these Alameda Merchants. Most recently, Airhorn, though, at Los Medanos College. But his profile on San Jose State really just screams what we're staring at right now. At the time, he was 6'1", 137 pounds. So he's a guy who's growing into this big frame, but a young live arm, and he'll take on Amari Conley first and throws in a fastball, and it's called strike 1.
Yeah, and this past season for Cole Airhorn at Los Medanos, he had 12 appearances, just 1 game started, and just under 15 innings pitched with a 6.75 ERA.
But with a guy like Airhorn, it's a project for a lot of these coaches. You know that he's not a finished product yet. Again, he's just still putting on weight. He's still growing. He's still learning to be a pitcher. But a guy with a lot of talent, and you can see it here. There's a live fastball there, down and in. 1-2 the count. A.J. Bianchina on deck, and then it'll be Owen Michelson, the leadoff batter.
You can see, too, that long frame that you were talking about. He's a lengthy guy. You can see his arm really winds all the way back up and has to really come all the way back down with it as he strikes out. Conley looking.
Yeah, Amari Conley sent packing on a fastball that was right down Main Street, but now it's A.J. Bianchina. Welcome to the power, young man, out of most recently Pepperdine University. And I think there's been a change in the lineup. I think that's Ben Wade down there wearing number 16 for the power. I don't think that's Owen Michelson catching. I thought I saw last inning it was different gear behind the plate, but the strap for the chest protector was blocking the number, so I couldn't tell if Michelson was just wearing different gear or not. But no, it looks like Ben Wade's taken over here.
Well, you know what, Steven, is, going back, if there's any indication of maybe what happened with Michelson, is that one skied high in the field.
Above the infield, shading over is Kyle Axa. He'll take that second out.
But back to my point, Steven, maybe any indication, maybe is Michelson maybe could be a little banged up, and that awkward slide in the bottom half of the first inning when he had tried to extend after that air from the Merchants. That's the only thing maybe I can think of why Wade now would be in the game.
But catcher is a strong suit for the Power. Catcher is a spot that the Power are really excited to see this season. They've got a couple guys coming in town soon, but right now Ben Wade's going to be taking the bulk of it today. But you've got a lot of options that this staff's comfortable with. Casey saw Ben Wade as the starting backstop at College of the Desert this past season. We've seen what Michelson can do. And then there's two more Division I catchers coming in the next couple days or weeks. And Ben Wade takes strike one.
I wonder with this awkward type arm length that Airhorn has going, if it's tougher to see for a hitter as he's, kind of wild coming down from that wind-up position.
2-1 on Ben Wade. Started the game on Saturday, eventually got pinch hit for, and he's just late on a pitch there. Gets under it and sends it foul.
You can see how much extension the Airhorn gets right there with his length. He really, rears back with that tall frame of him.
Wade 0 for 2, did walk, though. Still looking for his first hit on the season. 2-2 count. Wade swings and misses, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Merchants.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Play for fun, play for free. Start spending with 5,000 free credits. Why wait for your next trip to the casino? Download the Play Agua app today and get an massive 5,000 credit welcome bonus just for registering.
Top of the third here in Palm Springs, 2-1 Merchants on top of the Power. Welcome back in, everybody. Glad to have you here. A beautiful Tuesday night in Palm Springs after what was a wild, zany first couple of games in opening weekend. Power walked off the Yaks in both games. One was in extras, one in regulation. Right now, punching from behind here against the Alameda Merchants. Nico Rodriguez leading off the third, takes ball one that just missed its spot.
And as bad as it sounds, the Power being, used to this spot, being used to being behind. And that's something maybe that, we were hoping here would maybe flip the whole trend at the start of this game.
Rolled over to second, charging in is Bianchina, and able to make a quick play to get that out.
But back to my point I was talking about is maybe flip that trend. It's been a great thing, a great viewing for the fans, great viewing probably for the coaches and for the players, that morale to always continue to keep fighting back, always never out of the game. But, you don't always want to keep playing from behind, putting, pitchers in, places and positions that put them in danger. And, you want to stay ahead really throughout the game.
And I've talked to Casey and the former staff, Sam DiNamatio and Reed Santos, and even last season with the California Winter League, some of the professional managers we've had out here, and they've reiterated as Gio Martini swings through strike one, they've reiterated that some of these things that fans might see and say, oh, the team's maybe not as good, or maybe the team's, getting off to a slow start as ball two just misses the zone. They're things that a coaching staff can see in a positive light. Like, it's a team learning how to face adversity. It's a team that's learning how to play from behind, not how to get comfortable. And this is a Power team that we've seen in years past when they're just rolling over teams game in and game out. Then occasionally a team will come in and punch them in the mouth, and you'll see they almost just didn't know how to react. So far this team much more battle-tested through the first couple of games, and that one's foul. It's a full count here with one out.
Yeah, and obviously what you were saying as well, it's a beautiful thing to see so far, even early in the season, especially this early, that there's that fight and energy in you. But, Steven, as we all know, if this continues that same type of trend throughout the downstretch of a season, it could get tiring from always playing from behind and feeling all that pressure and things of that sorts as well. And, eventually you always have that mindset, we're going to come back, we're going to go in and win this game right here. But there is going to be a team that is going to make you pay for it. And it just seemed like as well the Yaks kind of helped the Power come back in the ways with the errors and the walks of things of that sorts.
Payoff pitch outside, ball four, first walk of the day for the Merchants. But you said it does get tiring. It's not easy to win that way.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not necessarily sustainable. Well, yes, is it really fun to watch? And 100%. I'm sure really fun to play in? Yes, but it's something that when you see it, it's like a lot of other things in baseball. You don't want it to be 100% of your season, but you want it to be in there. You want to know that you can survive and, frankly, thrive in those situations.
I agree.
As Kyle Sanders swings through first pitch, and it's 0-1. One out, a runner on, a one-run deficit for the Power. 2-1 the score here in Palm Springs.
See if Ortiz here can get the old-fashioned double play ball. Already has one double play tonight.
Kyle Sander pops that into the air. It's going to carry out into middle of center field, and settling under that, John Artis collects the second out.
Well, I won't get the double play ball that I wanted there, but we'll take it out there. Great job by Ortiz. After delivering that walk to settle back in, get a fly out here, hopefully make this at-bat here quick as well.
To finish the thought on the adversity and the guys being able to play from behind and not just getting punched in the mouth as Angelo Luna steps in. I was talking to Kyle Goodell, the manager for the Gateway Grizzlies in the Frontier League during the California Winter League when they were out here. And we kind of came up to this conversation as we were talking about one of his guys on the team led the league in walks, or not in walks, in getting hit by a pitch the previous season. And he said it was such an underrated stat. And he said it's just one of those things in baseball that people don't appreciate. People don't look at it as a positive, but it is still productive. And just as winning close games is just as winning from behind as that ball comes crashing down into the stands. And look out, everybody, but it looks like all our fans are okay behind home plate.
Luckily, that one just missed and didn't get anybody. I don't know if you picked up on here on the broadcast, but that was a loud bang there from the bleachers. Didn't look like anybody knew where that ball went, as that one was shot high in the air.
So it's 0-2. But yeah, long story short, if you're going to be productive, it doesn't matter what way you're productive. It's just it's a winning thing to do, basically. It's getting on base. It's being able to come back. And so far, this power team proving that. Runner going, throw down to second. And they got him. Ben Wade, welcome to the game. Already showing off the hose from behind the plate. Able to cut down Gio Martini and steal an out here. Going to the bottom of the third, it's 2-1.
Quality first is quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for two or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Top of the lineup leading us off here in Palm Springs, bottom of the third inning. Well, not top, but 2 through 4. Matthew McCate, Caden Richards, Junie Rodriguez. Right after, Ben Wade shows off the hose to steal a base, or stealing out on what was Gio Martini trying to steal second. He had a good jump, but Ben Wade with a strong throw down to second, a quick transfer, and a nice tag by A.J. Bianchina.
Yeah, when you can have a hose piece like that and the placement on that ball where it was placed right, it was literally right on the tag. Those ones are, the beautiful romantic type plays that people always talk about in baseball. And then a catcher throwing out a runner where his shortstop or second baseman, whoever's covering the base, doesn't even have to move the glove, and it's just put right where it's supposed to be. That's one of the beautiful defensive plays in this game of baseball.
Now it's Matthew McCate, who still hasn't got the start he's wanted this season, but we've seen flashes, and he's a guy you can just really trust is going to get things going, and he's going to get things going on the bases to start this inning. Takes the first pitch in on the legs and reaches getting hit. So a free pass for the Merchants starts the power off with a runner on first for Caden Richards, who has been an extra base hit machine. He's got 2 home runs. He started off with a double in the first. Every time he's had bat to ball, it's been hard hit, and it's been to a gap. Richards watches ball 1 outside.
And we haven't seen McCate too much on base yet, as you talked about, hoping to get him going, as he's a high-end bat for this power offense. But he has a little bit of speed over there on the base pass as well. Let's see if he can get moving, especially with a guy like Richards, who's your big RBI guy. Get McCate in scoring position, so just one base hit can bring in McCate.
Yeah, and you said he does have some speed. He did steal a couple bags in college, and he's a really good athlete. He may only be about 5'9", but McCate's built like an absolute tank. And I was talking to former Whittier product and former member of the Palm Springs Power, Johnny Young, as it's a 2-1 count right now. I asked him about Matthew, and He just said he's a good teammate. He's really funny. He's going on this pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is offline, and Makate steals second.
That's what we're talking about right there. That speed comes into play. Normally don't see a stolen base on a 3-0 count, but Makate easily swipes that one. And what you were saying about Makate, I've grown up around and played against him, but at the high school level, Makate, and have had family relatives play against him as well. Makate was always been a kid since he was younger. Workaholic, was always at the park with his dad, always practicing, always looking to get better no matter where it was at.
So a swing and a miss and a drop third strike that got way far away from Benji O'Rourke gives Caden Richards a free bag there. Makate was running as well, so runners on the corners, and the Power cooking early here in the third. Now it's Junie Rodriguez.
Power again, like we seen in the series against the 2-game series against the Yaks. Not a lot of hits, but a chance to put up a lot of runs here as they've got some help from the Merchants on the defensive end, as that's already the second error of the game from the Merchants, and the walks as well for the Merchants pitchers creeping in on, and hopefully the Power can take advantage of that right here.
But you said that you've seen Makate before. You've known people, or you yourself have been around him before. And I mean, tell me if this is the right reading. I mean, Johnny Young told me the main takeaway, as that one skips away from O'Rourke, and here comes Makate, and the Power tie it here in the third. But the main takeaway, as it's 2-2 now, was that he's a freak athlete, and he is an absolute freak in the weight room.
Oh yeah, if you've seen his social media, he absolutely can bang out some weight, Steven. I'm pretty sure he can pick both of us up and squat us at the same time. That's what we're talking about right now. And you mentioned his stature's not big at all, 5'9", but a very stocky built kid, and a kid that always worked hard his whole life. So this is a beautiful thing to see here at be able to broadcast his games here.
Yeah, when diving into some of the research, I think the first thing I saw was he was moving something like 280 pounds like it was nothing on the bench. So he's a really talented guy, and right now just manufacturing a run for the Power. Ties it at 2 here in the third. Junie Rodriguez down 1-2, and Alex Jasso on deck. Rodriguez just crushes that one on the ground, but it's foul.
There it is. Even with two strikes, like I mentioned earlier in this broadcast, Rodriguez is going to get his swing off. He has some power behind that bat, and he has, a very big swing. Maybe things you want to see with Rodriguez is maybe cut down that swing with 2 strikes, and especially here, we're just trying to move the runner over.
Changeup floats out of the zone. It's 2-2. And Rodriguez got 1 RBI on the season so far, staring down number 2 in Caden Richards. Just 2 right turns away. 2-2 pitch inside, ball 3.
Ooh, close one there.
And so far, Ethan, it's 2 completely different stories for these teams and these pitching staffs. It's a tie game here, but they've got to. It's so drastically differently. The Power working long counts against the Merchants, as here's the payoff pitch. Rope down the line that gets past the glove at first, and this will score Richards. It's 3-2 on an RBI double by Rodriguez.
And there it is. Rodriguez got way out in front on that one, and that one seemed to just get by the first baseman's glove, Luna, over there, and wasn't sure maybe if that ball was fair as well, but that one just hooked inside the first base bag, and that's exactly what the Power will take here. And it's something they struggled in that first inning, was runners in scoring position, had the bases juice, couldn't get the job done, but right there, great job by Rodriguez. Now Power lead 3-2.
And we're only 4 batters into this inning, but already a couple of deep counts as Jasso steps up. And again, for the Power, they're working and grinding out these pitchers so far. But for the Merchants, they've gotten base runners. They've been running all over the Power so far. I mean, they've already got 5 hits, but it's been such an aggressive approach, and it's been such quick at-bats that Caleb Ortiz's pitch count is in a really good spot still.
That's what you're gonna. That's what the things you're gonna get out of a strike thrower like Ortiz. We mentioned, he can get the strikeout when he needs it, but we mentioned how much he hits the zone, and we mentioned already how aggressive the Merchants have been and have success on. I mean, you got these. Admit 5 hits on 2 runs is pretty successful so far. Maybe could pick up some more, but just haven't. But it's a great job by Ortiz. We haven't seen any signs of him getting rattled at all. When those innings, when they start, Merchants have hit the ball all over the yard, no matter where it's at. He continues to lock back in, get the ball in play, and trust the defense. And that's what you do with a guy like Ortiz.
And Alex Jasso trying to help him out here. Trying to put the ball in play right now. Nobody out, a runner on second, a 1-run lead. Jasso gets fooled there, a check swing, and they're going to say he went around. Taking a quick trot down to first base, but the ball was not dropped, so the first out of the inning. Now it's Adam Axtell who walked in his first at-bat. Saw 5 pitches and was stranded after the John Artis K ended the inning. He's got a runner on second. He's got a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the third. And a big hack there on a changeup down and away.
Hoping Axtell here can pick up his teammate Jasso. With Jasso there with 1 out, was unable to move that runner in, Rodriguez, to third, advance the runner. So now here, if you're trying to find a ball in a gap here, and yet again, the defensive placement for the Merchants, Laxa, the shortstop, holding on the runner at second. So there's that big gap through that 5-6 hole as they're playing Axtell in the lefty pole, but if he can hit one that way.
Swing and a foul tip that looked like it got a piece of both our umpire and the catcher, O'Rourke. So it's 1-2 now. Axtell's a guy who's been there, done that. A redshirt senior, graduated out of Cal State LA, grew up in Costa Mesa, and he's a guy who just knows how to drive in runs. 24 RBIs in 28 games played this past season for the Golden Eagles. Watches ball 2 outside, so the count evens at 2. John Artis on deck, then it's Amari Conley. Right now, one out here in the third.
It's a big spot here for Airhorn.
2-2 pitch for Airhorn. Gets the sign and fires. Axtell rung up on strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Back-to-back Ks for Airhorn make this inning look so much more palatable for the Merchants.
And that's a beautiful pitch there from Airhorn. That fastball inside to the lefty. They tried to do it to Rodriguez, but Rodriguez, fortunate enough, was called a ball. And then the next pitch, Rodriguez doubled down the line. But that's the spot that Airhorn's trying to hit, is inside on the lefties.
Pop fly into center field, ranging over and coming in is Trey Johnson, and that's it for the third. Power take the lead, a couple of runs, starting with Matthew McCate wreaking havoc all over the bases. And to the fourth we go. 3-2, Power on top of the Merchants.
our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
First baseman number 24, Angelo Luna.
Top 4 in Palm Springs, 3-2 on this back-and-forth contest. One in the first, one in the second, nothing in the third for the Merchants. Run in the first for the Power to tie it, and 2 in the third to take the lead. And here we are in the fourth. Second pitch, and a swing and a foul tip right off of Ben Wade. And another strike against Angelo Luna. Second time up in as many innings, and that's all because he was at bat last inning while his teammate Gio Martini tried to steal second and was cut down with 2 outs. So 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1 now.
That's got to be the best feeling as a hitter. If obviously it sucks in the situation that kills the inning. You get 3 outs of a runner caught stealing. But if you were a hitter and you had 2 strikes on you, it's almost like you get a whole another at bat, and we just erased whatever balls and strikes that were in.
And it does completely change the complexion of your day offensively as he
100%.
watches ball 3. Went from down 0-2 on two swings that did not look great. And now he's ahead 3-1, and it got a chance to lead off the inning getting on base. It's Luna, Johnson, and Gomez to start off. 3-1 pitch driven into center field. Will it hang up? And it will for a diving John Artis.
That is a beautiful play out there in center field from Artis. I was just about to say, Steven, Luna has been getting some big swings, so this could be a trouble pitch for Ortiz with a 3-1 count, and Ortiz gave him something good to hit. Luna sent that one for a drive with a lot of backspin on that one as that was fading from Artis, and what a beautiful diving play to rob extra base hits.
And it seems like it took a little while to get El Paseo Jewelers some ad time here in the stadium, but today, the Power just racking up El Paseo Jewelers web gems as every good play is called out here. And Trey Johnson watches ball 1 outside.
We mentioned Artis' offense production so far in 2 games for the season for the Power really hasn't been there yet. But the defense, Steven, that's some of the highlight reels that he'll be showing here at this field all season long.
Ball 2 outside. It's 2-1 or 2-0. Ortiz gets a fly ball into the gap, chasing after it, both outfielders, and looks like that was caught at the wall by Conley.
How it appears, Steven, that it was dropped, it landed in, and it was caught on 1 hop there.
Well, it looked like Conley stuck his glove out at the last minute, but right up against that desert air conditioning banner in left center field, the ball kind of just disappears against that white. So ball does land. Conley just scoops it up off the dirt, and a 1-out double for Trey Johnson.
That was a great piece of hitting there from Johnson, the lefty, going the other way with some power as well, as that one just 1-hopped the wall. Good thing that one didn't kick away.
Now it's Fabian Gomez. Watches ball 1 outside. 1-0, Gomez. He's got a runner in scoring position. Johnson 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Scored the first time, but Fabian Gomez 0 for 1 today.
Now here's a spot in the game so far that both teams, obviously, as you see, there's a total of 5 runs scored, but some troubles have been scoring with runners in scoring position. As this game is only a total of 5 runs, it could be up to 8 if both teams, could score with runners in scoring positions.
Cranked into center field, going back on it. Artis in front of the warning track. Catches out number 2, and tagging up is Trey Johnson. A productive out for Fabian Gomez.
And if you're Ortiz, you'll take that as you'll take the, tag an extra 90 feet to pick up your second out. Now here's where you got to trust your stuff and continue to attack the zone.
So John Artis is getting his cardio in center field. That's already the 5th fly ball he's caught today. A couple hits have landed near him as well, and We'll move things over to Benji O'Rourke. 2 outs, a 3-2 ball game. A runner, or the tying run, 90 feet away. Caleb Ortiz trying to work through 3 or 4 quality innings. That one hammered in the air, but a mile in the sky, and that's going to die in the outfield wind for Amari Conley. To the bottom of the 4th we go. It's 3-2. Power on top. Bottom of the lineup coming up.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
So going to the bullpen again are the Merchants. 2 innings from Cole Airhorn gives up the lead, and they turn it over to Tyson Ellis, who is listed as an outfielder on our roster, but in all likelihood one of the many two-way guys in college baseball. Oftentimes you'll see one of the guys, a corner outfielder with a strong arm, get innings on the mound, and here, Tyson Ellis, the most recent, out of Cal State East Bay, a big lefty. And he's going to take on Amari Conley, A.J. Bianchina, and the top of the lineup with Ben Wade.
Yeah, looking to come in relief here. And, as we've seen the pitchers for the Merchants have really just kind of been, set up 1 inning, and Airhorn went 2 innings. And we'll see here if that continues to go on, if it's a 1-inning thing or if it's a try to get multiple out of these guys, maybe depending on the pitch count, how many, how the inning goes.
Amari Conley struck out his first time looking. Nobody on, nobody out, a new lefty on the mound. First pitch, and that's not even close. Benji O'Rourke just going to stay planted behind the plate, and they're going to let someone on deck go grab that baseball.
It's not the first time we've seen that of the first pitch out of a Merchants player that we've seen it yanked wide, as we saw Bitter, who opened this game for the Merchants. First pitch was way outside.
And Conley's ahead 2-0. Hasn't got off to the start he's wanted out here in Palm Springs. Batting under 200 so far. Does have a couple of hits, or does have 1 hit in 6 at-bats, and sends that up the middle. He's on his horse down to first base, but a nice play by the second baseman, Nico Rodriguez, able to make the off-balance throw and retire Conley.
Yeah, that's a win there from Ellis to be down 2-0 and knowing, I'm going to give him a heater and see what Conley can do with it to get a bounce out. You'll certainly take that if you're Ellis.
Now it's A.J. Bianchina. one of the many Division I players coming in over the next couple of weeks for the Power as their season ends. And Bianchina, the most recent, out of Pepperdine, spent his first couple years at UNC Charlotte for the 49ers. And Pepperdine had sparing playing time, had 7 starts, but 19 games played. A really good glove up the middle. Grew up and went to De La Salle High School. He was a two-way athlete over there. Played football for one of, frankly, the best programs in the state of California. Was a running back out there. And was ranked the number 24 shortstop out of high school. Grew up in Walnut Creek, California. Brothers Ricky and Vincent. His brother Vincent plays baseball for Northwestern. And he's got a lineage just full of athletes. His grandpa played baseball at UCLA in Santa Clara, or his father played baseball at UCLA in Santa Clara. His grandfather played football and baseball at Stanford, and his uncle Brent played baseball at Santa Clara.
But Bianchina, switch hitter, this is the first time we're going to see him bat from the right side as the lefty Ellis came in relief here at the beginning of this inning.
Yeah, really toolsy switch hitter here. Bianchina, a middle infielder, playing second base today. 1-1, shoots it up in there above the infield, down the right side. Drifting back is Angelo Luna, and he'll catch that in the basket. 2 up, 2 down for the Power. Now it's Ben Wade.
So far, good work from Ellis. And if the Merchants, we mentioned they have a deep roster of pitching, a lot of pitching that they could go through, especially this is their first game of the season. But if you have more innings like this from your relievers, really can maybe start to extend those. Bitter went 1 inning and Airhorn went 2. And the way it's working for Ellis, maybe let him go another.
Yeah, good and solid work from Airhorn. Jaden Bitter left with the game tied, but now it's Tyson Ellis, who, again, he's one of a million guys we've seen from this Alameda team so far, whether just in warm-ups or right now in the game, that looks like a good athlete, looks like he's got some really good stuff, and right now he's behind 2-0 to Ben Wade. 2-0, 2 outs. Ellis trying to work a quick inning.
He's trying to land that fastball inside to Wade, but it's just missing, and one of them almost actually clipped Wade.
Wade struck out his first time up. He's ahead 3-0 here. Does he have the green light? He does, but he shoots it off his hands.
Now, if you're Wade there and it's 3-0, that's not a sign you want to see as you're hacking 3-0 and very late on it. Rather, luckily it was a foul ball, so you still have some life as long as that one wasn't in play. We know 3-0 hacking counts and outs are manager headaches.
A 5-pitch walk for Ben Wade, and he'll turn it over to Matthew McCate. Still looking for his first hit this season, but Ben Wade's able to get on base, which is the most important part.
Especially here when Ben Wade came in as a pinch hitter for Owen Michelson, as we're still not sure what had happened there. But now here, you're Wade. Now you have to serve as, the leadoff guy, as, try to get on base in front of these big hitters like McCate, Richards, and Rodriguez.
First pitch, down and away. It's ball 1 to McCate.
And when we were talking about Bianchina being a very great defensive guy and also switch hitter, great bat-to-ball skills, and they also have another guy in McCate, who this is the first time we're going to see him this game bat from the right side.
1-0 pitch inside, and that'll brush McCate off the plate.
McCate can really go ahead and do it from both sides as well, as there's really, you'd like to say, really no flaws in McCate's game, especially the strikeouts. This guy just does not strike out a lot at all, and especially in his collegiate career, only struck out in 2025, he struck out 9% of the time, and in 2026, only struck out 5% of the time, and the walk rate is up as well.
Yeah, he's a guy who a coach loves to see, and right now is exactly why he doesn't strike out. Ahead 3-0. He's got 2 outs and a runner on first, and takes a fastball right down Broadway. 3-1. But with Magate, he just gets into hitters' counts. He just grinds through these at-bats. He's not going to give you much. And right now, Ellis just trying to get an out, but that one gets away from him, and back-to-back walks have the power in business.
Yeah, and very frustrating for Ellis and head coach Albert Luna. Well, they're going to take some time to go talk to Ellis right now, but very frustrating when you get those first quick 2 outs, and then, you know, you had 8-9-1 due up. You get 8-9 very quickly, and then you go back to top of the lineup, walk Wade, and now you walk McCarty, and now this is where you're getting to the heart of this power lineup. They're big RBI producers in Richards and Junie in on deck lurking.
Yeah, not hypothetically, but realistically, the 3 best hitters so far this season on the power coming up here in Richards, Rodriguez, and Alex Jasso. At least the 3 who have gotten off to possibly the hardest starts outside of Owen Michelson. And it looks like a fire drill going down in that Merchants bullpen.
They got up quick. They got up and moving quick.
They got up. I haven't seen a catcher sprint to go get down and ready in a while, but that's what's going on over there. So right now, the Merchants testing their luck here. They've got 2 on and 2 outs, down by 1 against the power, and now it's Caden Richards.
Richards already has an RBI double on the day, looking to pick up his second ribby of the night in. Or if it's hit far enough in the gap, have McCarty score as well. As we mentioned the speed of McCarty, we've already seen as McCarty already has a stolen base.
Richards 1 for 2 has that RBI double, reached on a drop third strike, and he's ahead 2-0. And again, that's the theme of this game. The power hitters working from hitters' counts so far. They've been working from ahead. They've been just dragging this Merchant staff along through long at-bats, and it's a 3-0 count again for the 3rd straight batter.
Yeah, Merchant's pitching staff have 4 walks combined on the night and 1 hit by pitch, so that's already 5 free passes, and we're only here in the bottom half of the 4th. It's just something that, as a pitching staff and as coaches, they know something that's just not going to win you ball games.
3-0 count. Just catches the zone, 3-1. So it's been 3 straight 3-0 counts for the power. For Caleb Ortiz, he's only allowed 1 3-ball count all day. That tells you the difference in what's going on the mound. 3-1 count. Richards watches ball 4 to load the bases.
That's 3 straight walks now from Ellis here. As we mentioned, that Merchants bullpen got up kind of late and moving, so still not ready yet. And it looks like they're going to let Ellis face the lefty, Rodriguez.
And again, if there's no time you want to walk the bases loaded, but especially this not the part of the lineup you want to do that with. Junie Rodriguez, he's reached both times, had an RBI double in the 3rd. Right now, staring down the barrel of 2, maybe 3 RBI right now. That one gets away from O'Rourke, and it's going to score 1. Ben Wade comes in. It's 4-2 power.
And there it is again. That's the 2nd run scored tonight off of a pass ball. And great read there by Wade. He had a great jump as that one, Ellis tries to go with the off speed, and it just clips the glove of O'Rourke and gets by him.
So the 5th straight first pitch ball of this inning out of the hands of Ellis. And the power taking advantage. 1-0, Junie Rodriguez at the plate. Almost gets hit by that one. It's 2-0.
Yeah, if you're Rodriguez here, I mentioned a couple times down this broadcast how Rodriguez likes to definitely get his hacks in, especially in hitters' counts. He's looking to get his ace swing off, but if you're Rodriguez, you got to stay patient as Ellis has been struggling to find that strike zone.
In the dirt. And actually, our home plate umpire is signaling up to us. It's 2-1 now. So it looks like we just had the count wrong on the board. It's 2-1. Junie Rodriguez watches ball 3. Actually, a late call there and a wide strike 2.
Yeah, we've seen some delayed calls from this umpire, but it's not delayed. It's the way he actually calls it. It's a very late strike call, so you got to definitely stay tuned in here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on, and that one hits Rodriguez. And he doesn't seem too happy.
That one looked like it hit. They're going to check now. It looked like it hit the bat of Rodriguez.
Looked like it hit him, but you see the emotion on Rodriguez. He did not look happy after that because he knew right away that got a piece of the bat. A run was going to come in. It was going to be Matthew McCate, but this should be a full count right now as our umpires are having a quick conference, and I'm not sure what they're talking about right now. This should just be a simple foul ball, but a bit of a lengthy conference. One umpire talking to each the pitcher and the bench for Alameda right now, and it should be a 3-2 count. Should be a 4-2 ball game for the Power as they were staring right down the barrel of run number 5. Junior Rodriguez hasn't gone anywhere yet, still standing around the plate, so he knows his at-bat's going to continue. And we're going to resume this right after our home plate umpire goes over to talk to the Power bench now. Going to get a word in with Casey Dill, who's raising his arms, asking what's going on here.
The initial call, though, we couldn't really tell. I'm assuming it's foul ball. The umpire put his hands in there like a foul ball, and usually that's the same call you give as a walk, or as a hit by pitch or a walk. Usually hands in the air, and you point to first base. The umpire did not point to first base, so you're assuming the call on the field is hit by pitch.
Yeah, and Matthew McCate.
Foul ball, sorry.
Matthew McCate has already left the field. He's already taken off his helmet. He's on the bench right now. So, in all likelihood, they're going to have to move Richards back to second. They're going to have to move McCate back to first. And it should be a full count. No one's moving so far. Richards is still planted on third base. Our home plate umpire is going to pretty much go talk to everyone at this point, going back to talk to the Alameda bench again. Again, I don't know.
McCarty's sitting down on the bench now, so that's going to be counted as a run scored. So that they're getting now as it never hit, clipped anything of Rodriguez.
But even if it never hit anything, it was a 3-ball count, so that should have been a walk.
Yeah, it was a 3-1. Yeah, you're right. It should be ball 4.
So we must have just had the count wrong again. That must have been a 2-2 count. Now it's 3-2, and they're going to say that McCate scored. Ball 4 there, and a strange sequence of events happened. So a long, drawn-out conference for a walk. That gets Junie Rodriguez on first. Runners on the corners now, and it's Alex Jasso. Now it looks like this is the end of the road for Tyler Ellis.
It's now 4 straight walks from Ellis, and all that chaoticness that we had right there works out in the Power's favor as they got a run scored off of basically Rodriguez's walk.
So it's 5-2 Power. Tyson Ellis's day is over. Merchants calling to the bullpen again, and we'll be right back after a quick warm-up.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert. to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So an inning that started with 2 quick outs for the Power. A ground ball by Amari Conley, a pop fly by A.J. Bianchina. Turns into a long, drawn-out inning in which they walk 4 in a row, load the bases, walk or allow a run to score by the means of passed ball, and now they turn it over to Alex Jasso. A call to the pen brings out Jack Karst out of San Joaquin Delta College, and just what a turn of events for the Alameda Merchants. It looked like they were going to have another quick inning, keep this game where it was 3-2, but the Power tack on 2 of their own. It's 5-2 here. Still 2 outs, but runners on the corners now, and before we even get the first pitch to Jasso, Benji O'Rourke's going to go talk to his big righty.
And Power have the chance here to extend that lead as they have Richards over there at third. It's Jasso. Doesn't have a hit yet after his late inning heroics last game against the Utah Yaks.
It's been a good start for Jasso, though. 2 hits on opening day, a hit on Saturday against the Yaks, walked it off, and here he is. He hasn't reached yet today. He struck out once, ground out to third base, but right now he's got a chance to plate another. Caden Richards 90 feet away. He's got Junior Rodriguez on first. He's down 0-1, though, with 2 outs. Karst fires, slashes it the other way, and it's 0-2 for Alex Jasso.
Yeah, Karst at San Joaquin Delta College this past season, just 7 appearances, 12 innings pitched, and 9.75 ERA.
0-2 pitch. Karst set and fires. Jasso off the end of the bat. It's going to be a race to first. Karst lobs it down there and gets out of the jam. Power strand a couple, but put up 2. It's 5-2 going to the middle innings. Top of the 5th, here we come.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
So good work by Caleb Ortiz here in the 5th. Jimmy Welsher comes in out of the pen. Saw him on opening day, and the big lefty out of New Mexico Highlands, ready for his 2nd appearance of the summer. Welsher had 1 run on him in 4 innings on opening day, and gets strike 1 as it's Zach Lewis, Kai Laxa, and Nico Rodriguez, the first 3 due up. Pitched 4 innings on opening day, all out of relief. Just allowed 1 earned run, walked 1. But really good work for this guy out of the pen.
And they're going to need a little bit of that length again, as you mentioned. He pitched 4 innings, and that's something they're looking to get out of him again, as that's the end of Ortiz's night after just 4 innings on 6 hits and 2 runs.
Rope down the line, but that's going to tail foul, 1 and 2. Zach Lewis had a hit in his first at-bat, an RBI single. But again, for the Power, ahead 3, and it's all in large part because of the free passes. Walked 4 last inning. They loaded the bases, and a couple wild pitches allowed for Power runs to score. 2 and 2 now. Welsher set and fires. Off the hands, up in there, skied into shallow right center field, ranging over. John Artis will take the first out.
Great job by Welsher picking up where he left off after his last game of relief. I mentioned, probably looking to get another 3 or 4 innings out of Welsher if possible. And we're going to need quick at-bats like that if Welsher wants to stay in for that many innings of relief.
He's a guy who doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. He gets a ton of soft contact. He moves the ball around the plate. He gets strike 1 there against Kai Laxa. He changes speeds a lot. But the one thing Jimmy Welsher does do, he just pitches a lot. In the last 2 years, 78 and 2/3 innings out of the bullpen at New Mexico Highlands. And just that availability, that durability is so valuable to a program. 1-1 pitch. Welsher set and fires. Breaking ball slipped out of the hand. It's 2-1.
Welsher, one of those guys that can be that long reliever. He's not your typical starter that's going to start the game, but if your starting pitcher maybe gets in trouble early, only 3 innings or so, or anything like that, Welsher's the first call to get up and moving in that bullpen. He's that next guy up.
Well, a foul ball there has us at 2-2, and yeah, you said it. And again, all of his appearances at New Mexico Highlands were out of the bullpen, and Welsher just constantly on his toes, constantly ready for the call, and buries a breaking ball in the dirt. It's a full count. One run in each of the first 2 innings for the Merchants. None in the last 2. Payoff pitch. And Ben Wade thought he had him there. He's going to throw it around, but they're going to say that's ball 4. And Kai Laxa takes first base. First walk of the day, 2nd of the season for Jimmy Welsher. Now it's Nico Rodriguez, 1 for 2, had a single in the first. They're going to check down to first base, and we saw that a lot on opening day, Ethan. Jimmy Welsher is so conscious of this running game. He will not let you even get more than like 5 or 6 or maybe 8 feet on a lead there. He's going to keep you close. He's going to constantly check on you, and right now that one's just a little bit too close. Gets in and hits Nico Rodriguez, so back-to-back free passes.
And back to your point of keeping the runners on. So that's exactly what you want as a pitcher, and great job by the coaching staff here for the Powers, keeping these runners honest. And because Casey Dills knows the type of ball that his team plays is aggressive base running. That's how you win games. So, as a defensive side, and you have that mindset of it, you always got to be on your 10 toes with these runners on base.
Now it's Gino Martini. 1 for 1, has a hit and a double. He's reached twice, but got caught stealing to end that 3rd inning. Drove in the first run of the game with an RBI single in the first. He's got a chance to add on here. Takes ball one inside. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. He's got two on. Lax on second. Rodriguez on first. And rolls that over. It's going to go over towards his bullpen.
If you're Martini here, you see both foul balls have been fouled off to that right side. So he has the right idea, but not trying to ground into that double play. But he does have a big gap. He wants to try to pull that one that way. Try to advance the runners any way possible.
1-2 pitch. Welsher looks back at second. The runners go, and a double steal pays off.
And it almost seemed like Martini there wanted to pull the trigger, but he saw such a big jump that both of his runners have as the Merchants pull off a double steal.
So, some good, some bad for the Merchants. The double steal worked. Both runners safe, but Gio Martini struck out looking. Now it's Kyle Sander.
Oh, it's going to be a big at-bat here. Welsher versus Sander. One swing of the bat gets to the outfield. We're talking 2-run scoring, and the Merchants right back in this ballgame.
Sanders 0 for 2 today. Grounded out, flew out, sends a rope into left field. That's down, and that's going to score 2. The throw to the plate is going to get cut off, and we've got a tie ball game.
There it is right there, Steven. I was just mentioning that the double steal for the Merchants pays off, and Sander, aggressive as all these Merchants hitters have been all night, drives one over the head of a shortstop Axtell to allow 2 runs to score. And you were mentioning, Steven, Welsher being honest with these runners, and right there, before that, runners get a huge jump on him, got it tied up, and it ends up biting the power back.
And Ethan, I know you've only seen a couple of days of power baseball so far, 2 official games. We're here in the third, but you'll see the Power just manufacturing offenses. That one is grounded into right field, and a hard turnaround second for Kyle Sander. He's going to stay there. Back-to-back singles have 2 on for the Merchants, but you'll see all ball. They work the lines, they work the gaps, they work all fields, really, and they just do what they can to put pressure on pitchers, on defenses, and just grind out whatever they can. And right now, we saw something that they usually do a lot. They're getting a piece of their own medicine in one of the more perfectly executed. Laxa were both going on the pitch, and the Angelo Luna single scored both of them, and it wasn't particularly close.
Appears to be Luna over there after that base hit, running that one out. Seems to be up limping, but seems to be okay.
Yeah, both coaches for the Merchants going to check on him, but I guess they got the answers they liked. So 2 outs, a little rally for the Merchants. Now it's Trey Johnson, and he's been dangerous. He's got 2 runners on, and he's got 2 doubles.
And Welsher trying to cut this long inning off and not trying to make it any longer, as has a lefty-left matchup here, and the first time he had that, he got Martini strikeout looking for the second out of this inning.
So 1-run game, 5-4, Power with the 1-run lead, and a floater of a curveball drops in for strike 1 against Trey Johnson. Welsher fires another curveball below the zone. It's ball 1. Two runners on, 2 outs. Welsher looking for a ground ball here. Johnson gets one off the hands, pops it up to short. Axtell drifts over, and we are through 5. Or through 4.5, bottom of the 5th coming up. Power got the bottom of the lineup coming up. It's going to be 6, 7, and 8. Axtell, Artis, and Conley. They're up 1 here in Palm Springs.
family setting. You know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons. Everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Back here in Palm Springs for the bottom of the fifth. Glad to have everybody here on the Power YouTube channel. A beautiful night out here for game number 3 of the season. And Ethan Oliveris joining me. I'm Stephen Buxton. Ethan, it's been an outstanding start to the season. Adam Axtell, John Artis, Amari Conley leading us off. But 2 walk-offs to start this season. 1 on opening day, 1 in 10 innings for game number 2 against the Yaks. And right now, we've got a back-and-forth game again here in the middle innings with the Merchants.
Yeah, it's something that we have got used to, us in the booth. This back-and-forth type of game. One team scores, then the other strikes back with their own, and I'm sure it's, been the same for the fans. Used to this type of ball game here, and hopefully here, though, Red Power can keep that foot on the pedal as they scored 2 runs in back-to-back innings here.
1-1, and Power with 5 runs on the board have not necessarily got it going offensively with the bats yet. Just 2 hits on the day for them. Axtell gets one on the hands, a looper to second base, and a great athletic play by Nico Rodriguez to get him out.
Yeah, let's have 8 hits, 4 runs, and then the Power have 2 hits and 5 runs. And you're maybe wondering why is that be? Is because the Merchants have 6 walks and a hit by pitch, so now up to 7 free passes now for the Merchants, and that's all. Mostly what's made this offense go tonight here for the Power.
First pitch, a strike to John Artis, 0-1, and John Artis 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out and flew out. And gets one on the hands again. It's going to go up the middle. This is going to be a quick play and a fire down to short by Kyle Laxa to get him.
That's a beautiful play there. We're talking about Laxa on the off shifty shortstop who has the offense to back it up as well. And that's what you want to see as out of a true shortstop for your team, is getting it done on both ends.
Third time today the Power have started with the first 2 batters getting out. Now it's Amari Conley. Conley watches strike 1 at the top shelf. 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out and grounded out. Just trying to keep this inning alive. Last time, Conley and Bianchina started off with both recording outs, and then the Power had a walk parade. 5 in a row, a couple passed balls and wild pitches, and 2 runs on the board for the red and white. 0-2, 2 outs. Lefty-righty matchup here. Amari Conley watches ball 1 up and away.
And the Merchants will definitely go ahead and take them a quick 1-2-3 inning as the Merchants put up a 2 spot in the top half of the 5th. They want that momentum to keep rolling, get the bats back up as soon as possible.
1-2. Conley fights it off, and it stays as is. We'll do it again. 1-2, 2 outs, a 1-run game. Again, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Merchants. 5 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Power. One of those runs unearned. It was in the first after Owen Michelson reached on an error. 1-2 pitch. Conley almost gets hit by that one. Stood there like a statue, though. It's 2-2. Bianchina on deck, then it'll turn it over to Ben Wade. Conley drives that one into the gap, but that's going to hang up for a charging Kyle Sander, who ran about half a mile to get that one. We're through 5 late innings coming up in Palm Springs, and bottom of the Merchants coming up.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first is quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Top of the 6th, Jimmy Welsher back out for his second inning of work. Got tagged for a couple runs in the 5th. And he's going to face off against the bottom of this lineup. Fabian Gomez, Benji O'Rourke, and Zach Lewis. 7, 8, and 9 due up, and it's 0-1 for Fabian Gomez, and he's been working from behind all day. He's seen just 4 pitches total, and all of them have been strikes. Ground ball up the middle, gloved it short by Axtell, and a strong throw down to first gets the first out.
There's a great start from Welsher, and that's exactly what we saw in his first inning of relief. He got that quick first out, then that's when the walk, the hit by pitch came, and then followed by a strikeout, then back-to-back singles, and one of those singles being 2 RBIs batted in for Sander. So hoping here for Welsher in this inning. Flip the script here.
So from one hitless Merchant to another, Benji O'Rourke 0 for 2. He struck out once today. Watches ball one inside, and the trend, a lot of strikes against the bottom of this Merchants lineup. That's just the first ball between Gomez and O'Rourke all day.
And there's 7, 8, 9 hitters so far for the Merchants. Only 1 hit between those, and that was Lewis back in the first inning. So here for the Merchants, speaking on their end, from their perspective, trying to get this production from the bottom half of the lineup.
1-1 count, 1 out. Welsher fires, a swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
Oh, because if you get anywhere from 7, 8, 9, those guys on base, it flips back to the top of the lineup, and you got the Laxa, Rodriguez, and Martini, who have really done, and Sander at the 4 spot as well, who really have done most of the offense production today.
Welsher just misses his spot. It's 2-2 now. Some action in the power bullpen. Nothing serious quite yet. Just pitcher and catcher talking right now. 2-2 pitch from Welsher. A swing and a miss. He buried the changeup. And he sends O'Rourke packing for his second time.
Great pitch there from Welsher, living on the outside corner to see O'Rourke kind of pulling off on everything. Didn't really look like he had a chance against that outside pitching there. And great job by Welsher to keep attacking that spot.
Zach Lewis going to get another shot at it. He had that RBI single in the second. Other than that, popped out to center in the 5th. 6th inning, watches strike 1, and so far a lot tighter the spray pattern from Welsher here in his second go-around. Second pitch, second strike, and it's 0-2.
You're hoping here that Welsher could get this final out, because you're at least hoping you can at least get 2 out of him, but the way this second inning relief 4. Welsher has gone. Maybe can get 3, but not too sure about that one because after Lewis then flips back to the top of the lineup, so not sure if they want Welsher to face the Merchants' top half of that lineup.
And I feel like it's all dependent on if he gets Zach Lewis right here because a lot more willing to face that top of the lineup if you start with a clean inning.
Exactly.
1-2 count. Zach Lewis looking for his second hit of the day. Just late on the fastball, sends that into the park. It's still 1-2.
And at the top of the lineup, Laxa, you have the righty. Rodriguez is a lefty. So that is certainly something to look at. And so is Martini, also a lefty. But like you mentioned, hopefully Welsher can finish this right here. So he has a chance to face a favorable top of the lineup just based off of analytic-wise, lefty-lefty, whether fans at home or if you're watching, whether you play into that or not. What about you, Steven? You like those lefty-lefty matchups?
Lefties scared me in high school. I didn't get a single hit off anyone. 2-2 on the ground, slow roller to third. A quick play down to first, but Richards not able to get him in time.
Well, maybe we could just throw all those plans out the window that we were just talking about, Welsher facing the top half of the lineup. It looks like here he will for now, but instead of him going to, the seventh inning face the top of the lineup, he's going to have to face it here in the bottom half of the sixth. Top half of the sixth.
Now it's Kyle Laxa. 1 for 2 today, but has reached twice and scored twice. Shoots it the other way, hanging up in right field, and here comes Matthew McCate to end the inning. Welsher skips off the mound in triumph, puts up a 0, and sends the Power to the bottom of the sixth. Up 1, it's 5-4.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Bottom 6 in Palm Springs and a couple of our mid-inning games going on, and we've got the Masters Chipping Challenge here, and looks like one of our contestants is getting his green jacket. Fun night here in Palm Springs. 5-4 the score. Power and the Alameda Merchants. And for the Power, it's going to be 9-1-2 due up. AJ Bianchina, then Ben Wade and Matthew McCate.
Steven, I know you work at a golf course. How's your golf chipping?
It's absolutely horrible, man.
See, I tried to send you up to say something.
Oh, no, it's
give yourself
horrible.
Some praise.
I'm not going to lie to the
confidence.
people.
You could. They don't know.
I'm a 19 handicap who would shave about 9 strokes off if I learned how to chip or putt. First pitch to Bianchino, way up and away, and that's ball 1. So, Ethan, I was counting up some numbers earlier, and just we've talked about the difference in offensive approach. The anchor's going basically all out, and all out in the aggression department. 1-0 pitch drops into the zone. It's strike 1 for Bianchina. He's 0 for 2 today. So the Power today have basically been living with 2 or 3 ball counts. For Alameda, they've had 20 at-bats today that have ended in 3 or fewer pitchers. 1-1 slash the other way. That's going to hang up in left field, though, for Martini, and we've got 1 out.
And product to that is the Power, we've mentioned before, really haven't got anything going offensively. Only 2 hits through 5 in a third so far. Isn't very productive, but then you flip over, look at the 5 run, and what do you take and do that? You don't automatically just look at, oh, these Merchants pitchers are pitching bad. They can't find the strike zone, because they can. They've been throwing strikes and things like that, but like you mentioned, getting deep into counts, and when runners get on base, stealing some bags as well, has ultimately led up this Power to scoring 5 runs today.
1-0 against Ben Wade. He's 0 for 2 today, and watches strike 1. But for the Merchants, it's 20 count. For how they get into that pitching staff can affect the outcome, but a payoff pitch here catches the top of the zone, and Ben Wade is not happy with that. The Power bench and Ben Wade were pretty much ready to see him on first. 2 outs here to Matthew Mikate.
Yeah, and if we would have some hot mics down there too, you heard either from the fans or that third base dugout of the Power, you heard a lot of no's going in there. It's pretty much everyone here disagreeing with that strike call from home plate umpire.
First pitch, a called strike to Mikate. Still looking for a hit today, but he's reached twice. 0-1 count, 2 outs, nobody on. 5-4 game. Watches ball 1 outside.
You can see an interesting shift position the way this defense is. Infield slightly moved over to the right playing pole, but outfield playing in an almost non-pole tendency there as left fielder shifted over to the line. Center fielder just over to the right of the second base bag.
On the ground to first base, gobbled up by Luna. He'll toss it over, and we're through 6 in Palm Springs. To the 7th we go. It's 5-4. We've got a good one here.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Thank you for calling the Sandwich Spot. Is this a sandwich emergency? It's a sandwich emergency!
Great sandwiches made with love. The Sandwich Spot. Love all, eat all. Located in downtown Palm Springs inside of the Henry Frank Arcade.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Another new pitcher for the arm. Enter Javier Vasquez here in the 7th inning. A really good arm out of College of the Desert. And here we are in what has been a tight one so far. Welcome back here in Palm Springs. Power on top of the Merchants, 5-4. I'm sitting next to Ethan Oliveris. I'm Steven Buxton. Lineup. Nico Rodriguez, Gio Martini, and Kyle Sander, the first 3.
Yeah, and this is going to be Javier Vasquez, his 3rd appearance already on the season, so has appeared in every game so far. 3 in the 3rd inning, 8 hits, 4 runs, and 3 strikeouts. That ERA up to 10.80.
So we'll see how Casey Dill manages this bullpen today. He got 4 from Ortiz. He got 2 from Welsher. Solid work from each. And now he's got a 1-run lead, turning it over to the righty that he's so familiar with. Vasquez with a 2-0 count here gets strike 1.
And Ajax went an inning in the 3rd, and that's where he kind of got beat up. 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and gave up a solo shot in that one.
2-1 count. Vasquez dealing. Rolls over to second base, eats up Bianchino over there, but able to recover and make the play. We've got 1 out.
That's a great start from Vasquez. You asked, Steven, how are they going to manage this bullpen? And I guess it's going to go in, and it's really all up to Vasquez to see how his manager, Casey Dill, wants to manage this one. We know Vasquez can go all 4 innings to, collect a long save, but just depends on how many strikes are thrown, the trouble he may get in.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Vasquez. Swing and a miss.
That's exactly what that can do from you. You show a low breaker, let me go upstairs with some heat, let me show you fast, and let me slow you right back down again. It's like a dance. We're going to speed it up, and I'm going to slow you right back down.
Vasquez pulls the string, gets his first K, and he's a guy that really, he doesn't necessarily have this past season. Jasso will be back after these words.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members. Customized absentee home care. The Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, searching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
We've stretched in Palm Springs. Caden Richards going to lead us off, and it's been a good one so far. We've talked about the theme of this game being pitch count and being deep at bats for the Power as Caden Richards watches a slider dart into the zone for strike 1. Ethan, we were just told by our producer, Sam Egan, today, 99 pitches for the Power, 120 plus and counting Freddie. And Rodriguez, a big part of that. He's got on all 3 times. He's got a hit and walked twice, and it's a 1-1 count. Infield playing back. They're shaded to the right side. Fireworks going off in the distance. I'm assuming that's a high school graduation going on.
Open for the Merchants. Jack Karst hanging in there after replacing Ellis after Ellis walked 4 guys straight. Since Karst has come on, he's done a brilliant job.
1-2 changeup drifts outside. It's 2-2. We've got 1 out, nobody on here in the 7th. Again, Rodriguez, then Jasso. If one of them can reach, it'll be at first K of the day for him. And now it's Alex Jasso.
And Karst, coming into this inning, this was probably going to be the toughest inning for him as he had 3, 4, 5 due. And Richards and Rodriguez and has so far had no problems doing it here in the bottom half of the 7th.
Jasso corks one, and that's going to just bounce foul. Jasso still hasn't reached today, 0 for 3. Struck out in the 3rd and a couple groundouts. He's looked good so far this season. Through 3 games, he's put the ball against the Merchants. Axel rolls over to second. Gloved by Rodriguez. He'll flip it to first. And we're through 7 in Palm Springs. 5-4 the score. And we're going to the 8th. A good one so far. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a break.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Top of the 8th inning in Palm Springs, a 1-run game. Merchants punching up against the Power, 5-4 the score, in a game where the Power have just 2 hits. Stephen Buxton, to my right is Ethan Oliveras, and for the Merchants, Angelo Luna, Trey Johnson, Fabian Gomez looking to get things going against Javier Vasquez going out for his 2nd inning of work, and the first one was solid, 1-2-3. Had a ground out of and a big swing as Lynn wanted to send that to Desert Hot Springs.
And we've seen it doesn't matter if you're fresh in the game or cold. Power pitching looking to put up 3 scoreless in a row to match the Merchants.
0-2 pitch from Vasquez. Check swing, did he go? And they're going to say he did. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Another strikeout for Javier Vasquez.
And there it is, Vasquez again. Curveball, fastball, and I'm going to slow you right back down. And so far, the Merchants have had no answer to Javier Vasquez.
So final line for Angelo Luna, 1 for 3. He struck out and had a single in his last at-bat in the 5th. Now it's Trey Johnson, 2 for 3 so far. Strike 1.
You got to love so far the speed. The changes in speed of Vasquez has been the most beautiful thing, and to come off of Saturday's game where you last pitch and really turn around and make adjustments is impressive.
Drives one in there, high in there, and it's going to die in shallow center field for John Artis. 2 outs here in the 8th. But you keep mentioning the change of speeds. You keep mentioning the amount of different pitches he's throwing as Fabian Gomez steps up to the dish. Runner. Going to the bottom of the 8th, it's 5-4. Power still on top.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate live well. Live Tessera.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Another turn to the Merchants bullpen. Alex Piscotti coming out, taking over for Jack Karst. It was an inning from Jaden Bitter, an inning from Tyson Ellis, and then 2 from Jack Karst. Seen a lot of different angles, a lot of different arms out here. Now it's Alex Piscotti, and he'll, in all likelihood, take us through the end of this game. John Artis, Amari Conley, A.J. Bianchia. Casey Dill's got an entire bench at his expense right now. All the starters still in, barring Owen Michelson, who left after the first inning. And some action going on in the pen right now. Looks like number 28, Quinn Stewart, is warming up for the Power.
Once again, that winning
And you're hoping here for the Power that here in the bottom half of the 8th they can pick up an insurance run or two to try to secure that lead for whether it's Vasquez or Stewart that comes in for the 9th.
About as calm of a game, about as laid back of a game as the Power have played this season, but this time it's because they didn't have to necessarily come from behind. They were only down after the first inning, then they tied it in the first, and then 2 runs in the 3rd and 4th put the Power ahead for the rest of the game, and swings through the first pitch breaking ball. Base for the Power, again a 5-4 score. It's a team that's had to walk off their first 2 games, playing uncharacteristically close baseball. Artis going, throw down to second is a good one, and they got him.
And I mentioned just right there, Artis about taking off, O'Rourke, who just threw another dime. So we've seen Wade throw out a runner for the Power now. O'Rourke for the Merchants absolutely gunned the runner down.
1-1 count for Amari Conley. That one up too high. It's 2-1. But yeah, O'Rourke saw a pitch over the heart of the plate and able to make a quick transfer, fire a quick gun down to second, and Artis runs well. He had a good jump, but again, O'Rourke just with the perfect throw there. It's 2-2 now on Conley.
Now it kind of just feels like here, hopefully, inning killer, really. When that runner gets caught stealing, now Conley here with 2 strikes, just got to battle, try to find one more.
Got him looking like a house by the side of the road. Amari Conley goes down on a devilish slider that came back into the corner of the zone. Now it's A.J. Bianchina. Still looking for his first hit in Palm Springs, 0 for 3 today, but has hit a couple balls hard. Spent 2 years at Charlotte. Spent the last year at Pepperdine. Bianchina, a highly touted prospect out of high school. Started his career off with a bang at Charlotte in 2024. His first career home run, a walk-off home run in the 9th against Memphis to win it 12-11.
How about that for your first home run, huh?
3 hits against UTSA as a freshman. Never went more than 3 games in a row hitless. Right now he's down 0-2 on Bianchina.
Oh, back to my point way earlier, Steven. Just a thought that kind of came in late about, power hitters having to face a new pitcher almost every time they come up to plate. It's kind of unsettling for a hitter because, you're used to the same guy. At least, you get 2 looks at him, can settle in and find their tendencies, but that just hasn't been the case here tonight.
Rolled over to second. Bianchina out after the play by Nico Rodriguez. So 1-2-3 go the Power, and we're on to the 9th. They're going to send out Javier Vasquez to close this one out. Power up 5-4. We'll be right back after a break.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs. CV.org.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Buckle your seatbelts, everybody. Top of the 9th inning in Palm Springs. Benji O'Rourke, Zach Lewis, Kai Lax are the first three due up, and a big swing and a miss out of the hand of Javier Vasquez. Third inning of work. Vasquez has looked fantastic so far. He's been 6 up, 6 down. And we're talking about it in between innings, debating who would be player of the game. And you have Vasquez in position to get the save after 3 innings of work out of the pen. And in a save situation right now, either way, 0-2 pitch from Vasquez. Upstairs, it's 1-2. But between Vasquez and Rodriguez, where they've got 5 runs on just 2 hits. Vasquez working quickly, 1-2 pitch in the dirt, skips away from Wade. It's 2-2.
Yeah, you really could pick, either one of those guys that you mentioned to go ahead for player of the game, but obviously here Vasquez would be a crucial and a great bounce back effort from him tonight if he could close this one down.
2-2 pitch, and Wade thought he had strike 3. He popped up, was ready to toss that one back to Vasquez, but shuffles his feet in front of the plate, and it's a full count.
That one looked good from our angle, Steven. That one looked like strike 3 dot city on the outside corner.
Fouls. He's fired the first 2 frames, then Jimmy Welsher got us through the 5th and 6th. He's in line for the win right now, and Javier Vasquez has taken us since. 7th, 8th, and 9th, his responsibility. On the ground to the left side, long throw is in time. 1 out in the 9th.
It's a great start there from Vasquez. Gets to full count and isn't started at all. O'Rourke fouls that curveball off, and he goes right back with the fastball to get a little jam piece ground out. As go back with the off speed, but just misses that outside corner again.
2-2 the count. Zach Lewis 2 for 3 on the day. He's got 2 singles and an RBI. 2-2 pitch, roped into left field, and that's going to stay fair and land in front of Amari Conley. Going for 2 is Lewis, and he's got a stand-up double.
That's going to be Lewis's second hit of the game. That's a great job by Lewis to stay in there in that at-bat and just fights one off the end of the bat with Vasquez going back with the off-speed. And you mentioned, Steven, all that grass out there down the line and fits it in perfectly inside the lines.
So a 1-out double for Zach Lewis extends his solid day. He's 3 for 4 and turns it over to the top of the lineup. Kyle Laxo with the tying. Scored 2 runs, but he's popped out to Matthew McCate twice.
It's a big spot here. Really gone, just been executing and dominating hitters, but now he has to face the top of the lineup, and with a runner just a base hit away from scoring to tie this game.
And it's the only trouble he's faced tonight. He's gone 7 up, 7 down, but the 8th man reaches, and it's strike 1 on Kyle Laxa. 5-4, top of the 9th. The Power 2 outs away from a 3-0 start. Fastball just above the zone. It's 1-1. After Laxa, it's Rodriguez. And if one of them can reach, Gio Martini. 1-1 pitch. Vasquez fires. That one's driven into the gap in left field, but chasing over. Conley covered a ton of ground to get out number 2.
And that's a great first step for Conley, because that play's made based off of that first step. Because if you don't get that good read, you're not tracking that one down in the gap, and that's fallen. And now we're talking about an extra base hit as well.
That ball was hit hard enough that most of the time it's getting down, but Conley with a nearly perfect first step.
3-1 count to try to get in the hitter's friendly count for him to get a good swing off. So this is a big pitch here from 2-2 or maybe 3-1.
2-1 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Merchants down to their final strike. 2 outs in the 9th. Runner on second, the tying run, and I'm not sure if for a second I thought they might be calling a balk, but no, Javier Vasquez just asking for a new baseball.
Would have just added to the drama there if that one was called a balk, moving just the runner up 90 feet, tying a run.
Vasquez set. The big righty gets a sign, looks down to second, and fires. In the dirt, it skips away from Ben Wade, and Zach Lewis is going to advance 90 feet.
Yeah, Lewis had a big secondary there, so once he had that good read, saw ball hit dirt, he was off, and no chance for Wade to throw him out. So now 3-2, 2 outs with tying run just 90 feet away.
A tough pitch.
Let's throw him out, so now 3-2, 2 outs with tying run just 90 feet away.
A tough pitch for Ben Wade to block, just skipped away from him. And some aggressive for Ben Wade to block, just skipped away from him. And some aggressive base running from Lewis. Payoff pitch from Vasquez. Outside, ball 4. And the go-ahead run is on first. Now it's Gio Martini. Tying run 90 feet away. Vasquez looking to end it here.
Wood, you know that one was long gone, and there it was. Vasquez hung that curveball, and Martini just sent that one for a ride.
A no-doubt bomb off the bat of Martini. His second hit of the game, his third time on base, and what was such a promising and such an encouraging outing for Javier Vasquez. I mean, you still got to feel good about the way he pitched, but just a sour note on it. And he's got strike one on Kyle Sander.
Now here for Vasquez. It could be so...
Got him looking, strike 3. Hold on, everybody. Power going to work in the 9th, down 2. A 3-run bomb from Gio Martini changes the game. 7-5. And we'll be right back for the bottom of the 9th.
A vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living. Well, live Tessera.
Quality first is quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2, because quality is king, quality is Kaiser.
Whole new ball game. A 3-run bomb from Gio Martini turns this thing into what was going to be about as comfy of a 1-run win as you can get, into the Power need to claw back in the 9th. A new guy on the mound for the Alameda Merchants, and it's number 27, Jason Oliveira out of San Joaquin Delta College, takes over and is the 6th pitcher of this contest. It's going to be the top of the lineup for the Power. Ben Wade starts things off. Then Makate, then Caden Richards. And right before that, we're trying to get signs down.
That's a big spot here for Olvera, trying to close it down. Kind of collect 3 outs before.
Yet full on catchers. They've got a couple more guys coming, but right now they have to have Ben Wade hit because he's only a Van Richards. First pitch from Oliveira. A slider that nearly comes back, but it's 1-0.
And we see it so many times in this 9th inning. The leadoff guy is the biggest spot in the 9th inning. If you're trying to mount any comeback, if you're trying to have a walk-off, it's always that first guy that really sets the tone.
On to second base, Rodriguez. Richards, a home run on opening day to start the scoring for the season. The first Power run of the year. A home run on day 2 against the Yaks. A home run here would win it.
He's been the hero before.
First pitch, Richards gets hit on the back, and the bases are loaded. Tying run at second base in Makate. Winning run at first. The free passes for the Power loom large. Just 3 hits on the day. They've already got well over 10 free passes. The game in the hands of Juni Rodriguez.
And Olvera back at, he's from San Joaquin College. Olvera only had 1 save last season, so Olvera not really used to these high-end pressure situations.
May not be used to the high-end pressure situations, but has a high-end fastball going in. That one at the feet of Rodriguez. 1 for 2 on the day is Rodriguez, but he's reached twice. He's walked twice. It's been the walks all day for the Power. He's got an RBI double, though, in the 4th.
And that high-end fastball velocity doesn't mean anything if you can't command it, as both of those low and in at the feet of Rodriguez.
Alex Jasso on deck. Adam Axtell with the bat in his hand warming up. He's in the hole. 2-0. Juni Rodriguez ahead. Olivares fires. Rodriguez watches it inside. Had to get away from that.
I'm assuming here Rodriguez not going to have the green light. Olvera struggling to throw strikes now. So got to be patient here. Let him give you 1 before you can get a swing.
We mentioned it's not the way that the Power want to win games all season, but they'll take them how they can. They've walked off their last 3 dating back to the championship game. Right now they'd need to walk it off to win. Rodriguez thought that was ball 4. He walks away, but it was called strike 1.
Now here's where, if you're Rodriguez, you have to pick one spot in the zone of where that pitch you want it to be and get that swing off. If it's not there, take till 3-2.
3-1 pitch. Called strike 2, and it's a full count.
And I'm not mad at Rodriguez taking that one. I'd rather much him go to 3-2, put the more pressure on the pitcher than himself, because that one was a fastball that just caught the outside play. Absolutely dotted from Olvera.
Payoff pitch. Oliveira set and fires. Rodriguez watches ball 4, and it's 7-6 now. A run walked in. The error scores 7-6. Makate to third. The winning run, Richards at second. Juni Rodriguez at first, and now the game in Alex Jasso's hand.
And now here it is. Merchants infield will play up to try to cut off the run at the plate.
Anything in the outfield would in likelihood have a chance of scoring Richards. This one gets away from O'Rourke, and this game's tied. Matthew Makate taking advantage of the Merchant miscues. They tie it in the 9th.
And there it is again. That's the 3rd run scored tonight, scored off of a wild pitch or pass ball.
The winning run 90 feet away. Caden Richards at third. Alex Jasso just needs a pop fly, and this thing's over. 1-0 pitch, just low, 2-0. Nobody out here in the 9th. Casey Dill opting not to use his bench. Looks like all the starters still have a bat in their hands. And time called by Benji O'Rourke. Time in and time out. The Power just find new ways to win. Tonight, 7 runs on just 3 hits, taking advantage of every mistake by the Merchants. 2-0 pitch. Big swing there and a miss. 2-1.
Maybe swung at ball 3 there, as that one was a little bit off the plate as Jasso tried to get ahead of that high leverage fastball of Olvera.
2-1. Jasso at the plate. He walked it off on Saturday. Olivares nearly gave up the game there. A great job by Benji O'Rourke to keep that in front of him.
Now here for Jasso, same thing as Rodriguez. If it's off the plate, painted corner, leave it. But it's 3-1. Got to find it.
Adam Axtell on deck. 3-1 pitch. Jasso watches ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
The shortstop, number 24, Adam Axel.
Well over a dozen walks, batters hit, just bases given away from the Merchants today. 3 errors for them. All of them have contributed to runs. 2 of them have scored directly. And now the game in the hands of Adam Axtell. Nobody out here in the 9th. Bases loaded. Power looking to start off 3-0. Swing and a miss. Axtell fouls it off himself.
See Axtell ultra aggressive right here.
Bases loaded, but the only run that matters. Caden Richards 90 feet away at third. The Power have 2 outs to play with here in the 9th. 0-1 pitch. Oliveira set and fires. Axtell on the ground to second. The throw to the plate is in time.
Oh, that one, just a great stop there from Benji O'Rourke as that throw from the second baseman Rodriguez was in the dirt. If it's on time and maybe a little bit, urgency on that, you could get a double play ball there, but a great job by O'Rourke to block that, at least get 1 out at the plate.
O'Rourke's defense has saved the game a couple times this inning. 1 on a wild pitch, 1 on a nearly wild pitch, just 3 pitches prior. And right there, the Adam Axtell fielder's choice. Not the best throw from second baseman Nico Rodriguez, but O'Rourke just plants on the plate, gets the force out. And the Merchants a double play away from sending this to extras. John Artis down 0-1.
And now the Merchants defense. Middle infielders will play back. Corners will be in. Ball hits the corners. They'll fire to the plate to at least get 1 or go for the double play. But the middle infielders playing deep, trying to go for the double play, but Artis has some speed on him, so maybe a ball on the ground hit softly, he can beat it out.
Artis 0 for 4 today. He's reached once on an error. Flares it foul off the end of the bat. That's going to roll into the pen. 0-2. On deck, Amari Conley.
And we'll see here, Olvera's been overpowering Artis with that fastball. We'll see if he'll triple up on it or give him some soft stuff.
Who will it be tonight for the Power? 0-2 pitch. Oliveira set. And fires. Artis in the air to left. It's short. Coming in, Martini. There will be no play. 2 outs.
And there, right there, outfielders also playing very shallow because a ball hit too deep. A runner's going to tag. They're going to score either way, no matter where you're lined. So it's smart for the outfielders to play in for a play like that to happen. It would have been a tough play for Laxa to go ranging back to make a crazy circus play and have to try to throw the runner out at the plate.
It was Noah Ariola on opening day. It was Alex Jasso on Saturday. Now will it be Amari Conley? 2 outs and the bases loaded. 7-7. Fouls it off. That's going to go off our bounce house down the left field line.
Conley here, only 1 hit so far on the season. It would be a huge second hit on the season for him and first RBI of the season if Conley could get the job done here.
The Tennessee Martin product had 10 multi-hit games this past season. Just looking to get his summer started. Has not got off to the hot start he wants. 0-1 pitch, down and in. It's 1-1.
And you'll take it any way possible. Hit by pitch or another wild pitch. We've already seen 3 of them that have resulted in a run scored for the Power.
He's already saved a couple runs with his defense today, getting fantastic jumps on balls in the gap. Right now he's got a chance to win it. 1-1 pitch. Oliveira set. Conley.
Just
nearly hit.
Oh, we're talking about a centimeter, maybe, not even an inch away from that clip at Conley, and we're calling this another walk. 3 walk-off winners in a row.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The room for error gone. Oliveira on the mound has already led up 2. Can he get the Merchants to extra innings? 2-1. Conley fouls it off. It's 2-2.
And we haven't really seen a whole lot of off speed from Oliveira here, but with a 2-2 count, does he trust it enough not to spike it either? Or does he climb the ladder with that fastball and try to get a chase from Conley? It's high leverage fastball to try to get on top of.
The pressure on 2 men, Oliveira and O'Rourke. Conley trying to end it here. 2-2 pitch. Just low. It's a full count with 2 outs and the bases loaded.
Conley taking a gamble there. With they always say any 2 close or 2 strikes, anything close, but not for Conley. He knows his zone.
It's been a back and forth game so far. There's already been 4 lead changes. The most recent here in the 9th. 2 runs for the Power to tie it after the 3-run bomb. Payoff pitch. Foul.
Great job by Conley. Now it's for sure 3-2, 2 outs. You got to try to foul off anything even particularly close, as the umpire zone has been, kind of wide at times in this game as well.
The Power loaded the bases and scored 2 before recording an out. The runners will go here. There they go. In the dirt, ball 4, and this game is over. A walk-off walk for the Power. They win it 8-7. Caden Richards scores. Amari Conley gets the walk to finish this thing off. 3 straight games to walk it off for the Power. The winning pitcher is Javier Vasquez. Oliveira is going to take the loss today, and I'm going to collect our thoughts for just a couple of seconds. Ethan Oliveras is going to go run down to the third base line to talk to our player of the game, and we'll be right back just after this break for a quick post-game wrap-up.
Instagram or Twitter or chat with our very friendly staffers on your way out of the ballpark today. Thank you, fans, for tonight's game. We hope to see you back here at Palm Springs.
It's a family setting, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
So, another walk-off win for the Power. That's 3 in a row. They walk it off on an Amari Conley walk that scores Caden Richards with the bases loaded from third. And what a thriller this was. 8-7 the final score. Oliveira's going to take the loss in the first game of the season for the Alameda Merchants. But so far, again, every team that's come into this building has given the Power every shot they can. The Merchants did it a different way, though. It was as aggressive as humanly possible. They were swinging out almost every first pitch. It was quick counts. It was balls in play quickly. And it was a bullpen by committee. Jason Bitter only went 1 inning in that first, and then they sent it to 5 more pitchers. There was 4 lead changes in this game, and we'll take you through it. 1 run for each team in the first, and then into the second, Alameda took the lead with a run. Power made it to the third. They got 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and they rode that 5-3 lead, or 5-2 lead until the fifth. Then the Merchants struck back, made it to 5-4, and that's where the game stayed. It was a one-run game until the 9th with 2 outs. Gio Martini crushed a no-doubt 3-run home run over the right field wall and flipped this game on its head and turned what would have been a nice save opportunity for Javier Vasquez into the Power needing to claw back into the 9th. In the 9th, they clawed, they scraped, they did what they needed to do. Ben Wade reached on an error, then there was a single from Matthew McCauday. Caden Richards got hit by a pitch. They load the bases before they even recorded an out. Then Alex Jasso and Junie Rodriguez walked, but 2 outs quickly from the Merchants put them in a position to get out of it with the game still tied at 7. But a bases loaded Amari Conley walk wins it for the Power. Their 3rd walk-off season 3-0 to start it off, and their 4th walk-off win in a row dating back to the championship game. So tomorrow, it'll be the same thing. Merchants in town, first pitch at 7 o'clock, and the Power looking to go 4-0 on the season before a weekend slate against the SoCal Halos. We'll be here for all of it right before they go on the road against the SoCal Mavericks. But for right now, we'll say good day for right now. Thank you for joining us. From Ethan Oliveras, who's on the field doing the post game, for myself, Sam Egan, for everyone here who makes this thing possible. It's been a fun one tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time here in Palm Springs, 7 o'clock against the Merchants. I'm Stephen Buxton saying good night.